I'm Shaggy, the opinionated hippie, and today I'm just going to go through my top 10 XTC songs, having previously a couple days ago ranked the albums. I'm just going to go through the songs one by one, and then at the end I'll put the list up on the screen for you visual learners, and you can look at them. This is a list that changes, every so often because certain pop hooks earworm themselves into my ears and don't go away for days, and that becomes my new favorite song. But some of these have never changed and will never change. But yeah, anyways, you know how these kind of things work. But these are the ones that are catching my fancy as of March 2023. So let's get on to it. Number 10 off Non-Such. Non-Such. I was pronouncing that all wrong in the album video. Then She Appeared. I'm a sucker for a really good pop hook. And this has like 3 or 4 of them buried within this nice little, beautiful little kind of 60s psych pop melody, just pure. Like you could find this song like seems like on a Nuggets compilation or something like that, like just some little gem of a 60s pop number. Just absolutely what XTC does so well and so bestly. Bestly, that's the word I'm using. Then She Appeared. An album that is definitely jumping up. I still think it's got some weak parts on it, but the really good parts are fantastic. And this is probably one of the least ambitious songs on here, but it is so sweet and so perfect. And sometimes the simplest things are the best. Number 10, Then She Appeared. Number 9, Across the Ant Heap off Oranges and Lemons. Lots of different parts in this. Kind of an upbeat, little jaunty, little like working ants number. You got that little, it feels like things are super, super, super busy in this. Got some nice little commentary on sort of, I guess, racism, I guess. It's an anti-racism song, I guess, or racism in the insect world or in the dog and cat world. Some great lyrics, a fun little song. Love the energy. Just love that. I'm trying to think of what the words are, which, of course, I'm really bad with lyrics. But just a really neat, busy song, but with like almost this weird like locomotive working. Like you can see ants just marching in step to like bring food to their ant heap as you hear this song play out. Music and lyrics match perfectly. Number 9, Across the Ant Heap. Number 8, one of the more symphonic, dramatic, but wonderful songs off Skylarking, 1,000 Umbrellas, sort of the darker, more mysterious half to Ballet for a Rainy Day, which has the Oranges and Lemons lyrics in it from Skylarking, which I could not remember in the previous video. Thank you to those people who pointed out. But yeah, a really neat sort of like, very like Skylarking has a lot of just these really pop perfection throughout it. And then you come across this song and you have Ballet for a Rainy Day, which feels a little more optimistic. And then you get the 1,000 Umbrellas, which has a slightly darker tinge. And you get like what sound like strings, whether they're real strings or not, I'm not sure. But yeah, you get that sort of darker, classical, symphonic, weird vibe on this song. Absolutely fantastic. Great sort of center of this album, towards the front part of the center. Just one of the essential tracks on many essential tracks on Skylarking. Number 7, Great Fire off Murmur. That opening riff and how that just sort of dominates the entire song. Love the lyrics again. Just a nice little, slightly proggy, slightly slow burning number right in the middle of Murmur. That is excellent. Yeah, Great Fire off Murmur. Number 6, I usually don't put covers on these lists, but this cover kind of completely redefines the tune. And it is their cover of All Along the Watchtower from their debut album. It is one of the most fantastic things ever. I would rank it higher if it wasn't a cover, but I'm going to penalize it just because it is a cover. But if you don't know it is All Along the Watchtower and you're listening to it, you're not going to figure out what it is before you get to the lyrics. They have completely redefined this song. It is so stupidly fantastic. Go listen to it. It's on YouTube. It's on every streaming service. I'm positive of that. It is one of the most fantastic covers of all time. I love it. And I imagine if you're a Dylan fan and a Hendrix fan and you check this out, you're either going to love it for sort of the way it redefines the song, or you're going to hate it. One or the other. The vocals are just kind of screaming, yelling, and oh my gosh, it is such a fantastic, fantastic song. Fantastic cover. Number 5, Jason and the Argonauts off English Settlement. Kind of a longer, has a lot of different melodic little pockets, but then there is one little section where he starts to list in the things that he's seen in people that is just one of the most greatest ear hooks ever. And it comes about almost like a third of the way through the song, and already like engrossing song. Engrossing, is that the right word? I'm not sure it is, but this song is already utterly captivating, and then you just get this melodic hook like 2 minutes in that is just like hits so perfectly. And once again, just it's like Andrew Partridge just like revealing secrets. I got this secret, and now there's another secret, and or it's like a Russian doll where look, there's a melody, now there's another melody, oh, and now we have the best melody ever right here. Jason and the Argonauts, nice long end of side A on English Settlement, fantastic song. But that little melodic hook about 2 minutes in, when he started listing like the things he's seen people do or see, I can't remember what the words are, I'm really bad with lyrics. Great song. Number 4, Grass, the things we used to do on off Skylarking. Just love the, I guess it's a play on words. I mean, it really is about being with someone you love out on a field, or when the boats pass by. Now we're doing things you can't talk about on grass, but you know, grass. I mean, what else? It means many things, or a couple other things, or at least one more other thing. And it's also kind of a chill song. It's got a great little melody. There is a version of this on Andy Partridge's fantastic Fuzzy Warble set. I think it's a live version where it's something, and then Grass, and then I think Love on a Farm Boy's Wages. There's 3 songs. I can never remember what the third is. I'm not remembering what it is right now. But that's a neat, to hear it in that sort of live context is pretty cool. But yeah, Grass, just fantastic song. Number 3, I think the most catchy, if not obnoxiously catchy, I've been told by people in my house. Helicopter off Drums and Wires. If you have a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old and they love music, play them Helicopter, because it's really fun to hear them walk around and go, oh, Helly, oh, Helly, oh, Helly. I mean, it is just so caffeinated and upbeat, and you just got to move when you hear it. And it's just like, oh, and it has one of my all-time favorite lyrics in the history of the world. She has to be obscene to be abheard. She has to be obscene to be abheard. Don't know what it means, but man, do I love that line. Oh, Helly, oh, Helly. Oh, yeah, great song. Number 2, Living Through Another Cuba off Black Sea. This is one of those songs that kind of reminds me of The Police, which we just have this sort of bass groove, and like the band's just kind of doing things on top of it. It's got some nice, like, early 80s new wave energy to it. But another great song, political song, just again, talking about sort of contemporary politics back in the early 80s. But just a really solid groove to it. And then my number 1, I didn't want to put this at number 1 because it seemed almost too obvious, but then I went back and listened to it, and that opening, that drum beat with that hi-hat work, oh my goodness, it gets me every time. And then the guitars come in with that, just that jagged, angular, working almost against the groove. Making plans for Nigel. We're only making plans for Nigel. Just great lyrics. Again, you have this little setup, and then you go on to this whole different melodic section. But that drum work, man, I could listen to that all day on a loop. And I kind of just did before I made this video, because I just replayed that opening thing over and over. That it is absolutely fantastic, and it deserves to be number 1 just for that. Absolutely love it. But yeah, that's it. Those right there are currently my favorite top 10 favorite XTC songs at this point in time. Had to lead a lot of fantastic ones off this list, but that's the nature of these kind of things, people. That is the nature of these kind of things. So anyways, let me know what your favorites are. Let me know which ones I'm wrong about. Let me know anything in the world. But more importantly, go listen to music, subscribe, share, leave a comment, whatever. And go listen to All Along the Watchtower if you haven't, and let me know your thoughts on that. Really, I'm interested if XTC fans who are also Dylan or Hendrix fans, how you feel about that song. I am intrigued by that. But anyways, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. See you another time. Peace, y'all.